Hey guys, how's it going? I'm bringing you a stamina sorcerer build for the Harrowstorm patch, but it also would work in Greymoor. So this is for both Harrowstorm and Greymoor as of now. If it needs any changes or anything doesn't work in the future, I will re-film this video and re-upload it. So I just wanted to get started by going to the character sheet. Unbuffed, we have 24k health, 33k stam, 1900 stamina recovery, 2600 weapon damage, 48% weapon crit, relatively low resistances, and 2600 crit resist. Now, fully buffed. On the front bar, we have 3000 weapon damage, 1900 stamina recovery, 18,000 resistances, and this is without Briarheart, which we have. Briarheart gets to about 3600 weapon damage. So, I guess from there I'll get into the gear. We have Bloodspawn, so fully buffed. Let's see here. Fully buffed, we would have 2500 resistances, so not too bad. The other set we're running is Bone Pirate. All the gears in pen. You can either run, ideally you'd run all tri-stat, but if possible just run max stam. The next set we have is Briarheart, like I said. 3 Swift Jewelry, all weapon damage. Reason why we have Swift is because Infused, to me, it's nice, but it's not as nice as having a flat 15% movement increase constantly. And with the Stam Sorc, we want to be fast. It's a nice constant way to have speed. 3 weapon damage because we can afford it, because unbuffed you have 1900 Stam recovery. 2 dual wield, Briarheart. Ideally, they would actually be daggers. The first one would be Nirnhound, and the other one would be Precise. Then we have a Black Rose bow on the back bar, but you could also just change that with a Potentis bow. Defending or powered is fine. You could do a weapon damage enchant, or I have a flame enchant. For these, make one a shock enchant, make the other one absorb stamina. It's a nice little way to get some stamina back during the fight. So the thought process with the build is we're Stam Sorc. We want to be fast. We just want to always be on the move. But we want to stay in battle enough to kill people. And Crit Surge is already a really good way to do that. We don't need two-hand because we don't need Rage of Brutality from Rally. So we have it here. And when we get when we do critical damage, we get healed for almost 4,000 health. This can happen every second, which is good. But Briarheart is going to allow us every single time we crit, we're going to get 400, but there's no cooldown. And if you don't believe me how strong this is, I'll show you right now. Okay guys, sorry about that. Someone was at the outpost, so I couldn't show you. So, looks like there's a ram here, but I don't think there's anybody. So I'm just gonna use Hurricane and Crit Surge and Quick Cloak and watch the healing that I'll get. And basically, I'll just let it speak for itself. So again, Hurricane, Quick Cloak. I don't even have my Crit Surge is still gone. Look at my health. So, if that player didn't come in and do reverse slices, basically all to prove the self-healing is insane. And you're literally not doing anything. You're just standing there. Just getting self-healing. Because Briarheart's nice on a lot of builds, but it's specifically nice on the Stam Sorc running Quick Cloak, because not only do you have Hurricane, which is going to proc every second, you have Quick Cloak that's proccing every 2. With Crit Surge giving you burst heals, and Briarheart giving you more constant heals, the self-healing, like you saw, is absolutely insane. So the abilities, on the front part we have Rending Slashes, Bloodthirst, which is just going to add to our self-healing, so we're literally getting healed as we do the damage. Whirling Blade, which is our execute and AoE. Camouflage Hunter, we have that there for major savagery all the time. And our Hurricane, like for instance, let's say that was a player right there, that would cause our this proc condition. So you also gain mana berserker after 5 seconds after you do critical damage from enemy's flank. Because damage is behind him, it's gonna proc the minor berserk. So it's an insane skill to have. My front bar ultimate, I use summon charge at Atronach. Reason being, you have 8% max health when you use it, 20% extra stamina and health recovery just having it slotted. And it's actually my favorite ultimate on the Stamina Sorcerer. Unless you're using two-hand and using Onslaught, this is the best ultimate in my opinion. You can, of course, use Dawnbreaker, Smiting. I just wouldn't recommend it. You can use Negate if you're in a group. For the back bar, we have Dark Deal, Magnum Shot as our stun, Crit Surge for healing, Major Fatality, Hurricane for damage, speed, and armor. And then Vigor on our back bar as well, and the same Summon Atronach, because we still get our stamina recovery. And because it's nice to be able to just drop it whatever bar you're on. You know, because a lot of times if you're with the bow and you're kiting, and you're just magnum shotting, dropping at a distance is still nice, you know? So that's the abilities. If you wanted, you could always run two-hand. I don't recommend it. I don't like the playstyle. I don't think it's a good playstyle. When it comes to the gear, you can replace the Black Rose bow with the Potentis bow. The Black Rose bow, it's basically going to give us extra dot on our magnum shot, which is going to make our damage even better. But if you want to be more defensive, defend a Potentis bow. And if you fully buff, 2100 resistances before blood spawn, so it'd be 2700 with blood spawn. So that's a nice way to get defenses. If you want to be more offensive, Black Rose bow. CP, we have 14 in the Sprinter, 1 at the Siphoner to add an extra condition that Templars have to purge or Necromancers. 20 to Warlord just to reduce the cost to break free. 100 to Mooncalf, you'd probably take a lot of that out. Maybe do like 70 something. A little bit in Arcanist, just get extra magic recovery for extra dark deals. A little bit in the Healthy for extra health recovery, because we do have a decent amount of health recovery. Especially if you run the Steed. Now, we have 23 in Tenacity. It's a good way to get our stats back. 11 to Shadow Ward to reduce cost of block. We don't block very often, but when we do, it's nice to reduce the cost. 31 to Tumbling to reduce the cost of dodge roll. 32 into Blessed, which is nice because obviously we just like increased healing, but also it increases our crit surges. And I may be wrong, but I think it might increase your Briarheart ticks as well. In the next tree, we have 40 in Master Arms. Gives us a nice 16% increased damage with direct damage attacks. 40 into Thaumaturge because we used 2 dots. And then I'm assuming it would also buff our dot from the Black Rose bow. We want more crit damage and crit healing, which kind of goes along with our crit setup. Piercing, we got 47. Got a lot of physical pen, or the bleed through the heavy armor targets, and mighty 32 points. Okay, last tree, we have 40 to Ironclad, 11 to each of these, just to get 1,000 extra resistances of each. 30 into crit resist, 7 to thick skinned, 37 hardy, 37 elemental defender, 49 the quick recovery. And basically, like I said before, it's gonna make all our healing better, which is nice. Like, I fully buff 16k bigger tooltip without Briarheart. It's pretty nice considering we're not stacking max weapon damage. And it's also gonna increase our crit surge healing and our Briarheart healing received. So it's at 425. So it's rather nice. I think that's covered it. With Throne Part, we use Dubious Cameron Throne. If you use any pots, use Tri-Stat pots, probably your best bet, or movables. We're Red Guard. You can use Red Guard, Orc, Khajiit, Wood Elf, Nord, Argonian, basically any stam race. Dark Elf would even be good. It'd be very good, actually. Probably the best race for this build. Warrior Mundus, and that should be it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you around.